My name's Will, and I've got a YouTube channel called Will, Scot native in Greece. I live on the Island of Rhodes and in the Orkneys in the Eastern Med, quite near Cyprus, quite near Crete, quite near Turkey, I suppose. And I've done various videos. The world's in a lockdown, crazy situation, and everybody's getting bored to tears with and some of the things that are going on YouTube and TikTok are just getting crazier and crazier, and maybe people are getting stir crazy, like myself. So I'm going to start doing my videos again. I've got a few up, about 10 videos, not got a lot of subscribers, and I think it's only people that know me that make comments. Anyway, what I do is I go around the local areas and that close to me now, because you can't go very far now. We're in deep red lockdown and we can only go 2 kilometres to the supermarket. And the road to the supermarket here is closed because they're building up the walls at the side, because the cliff face is falling down and they're repairing the road. So you have to go down Pecos and round Lindos down to this local supermarket, which is only a kilometre away, and it takes you about half an hour and half an hour back, which is crazy. Anyway, there's a track that goes over the top of the hills that I've just scouted out with a scooter, and it's passable. And I've been up once, and it takes 10 minutes to go from here to the supermarket. If you go to track, you've got to be careful at some of the bits. It's a bit bumpy and rocky, but it's passable with the car. And I went up with the scooter first and sussed it out, and it was fine. Anyway, I'm going to do a few videos at the minute with the spring really right in there with the flowers, feeding the donkeys. We've got quite a few donkeys that are tethered down here during the winter, and they're tied up underneath trees in the olive groves, and I feed them tidbits. Most days when I take the dog out, Mara, if you've seen any of my videos you'll have seen Mara. She's standing outside here watching a lizard climbing up the tree at the side of the pergola. She stands here all day, and that's what she's looking at there. A wee green lizard. You go up and down the tree there all day like a motorway. What I'm in here now is my barbecue pergola, and I use it to as a wee workshop. I close it off with polythene, as you can see behind me, and make a door, and the dog's kennels in here are nice and dry, and the wood stores at the other side there. But I'm trying to find things to do that's of interest. One of the things I'm doing at the minute is finding crystals, and I've done videos and I've looked back at them to put up in a trap, my hand shaking with the camera. So I found it better to put it on a tripod and bring the close up to you. That is one of the big crystals that you find. I know that's nice, the sun's coming out to show you the facets on it. Big lumps of crystal that are lying on the surface of the fields. Don't need to have to dig for them. The plough that goes round underneath the olive groves every year has obviously went down that far and knocked them out. And they're beautiful. They're all sizes, and you think a jeweller had been working on with the crowns and facets. Even small ones that don't need anything done for a pendant, or it could even go into a ring, and it just looked like a cut diamond, and they're beautiful. I've done a video up in the field, me looking for them, and that's next to come out. And I've done one with the donkey feeding. I've harvested oranges and lemons, and well, not all the lemons are still in the tree, but I've made juiced the oranges, and I'll show you a video of that, because they're cracking oranges, and I've always wanted to live in a country I've always said that since I was young, that I always wanted to live in a country that has oranges. You can grow oranges in your garden, and I can here, and mandarins. And this year it's going to be a bumper year. Last year wasn't so good, but the flourish that's on them at the minute, as long as we don't get a real cold snap again and the wind blows them off. We're into a really good phase of weather here, although it's a bit cloudy today and the sun's coming and going. For the past week I've been in shorts. I'm not in shorts today because when I was out with the dog this morning it was quite cool. So, but with the heat that's coming in at the minute, I might go into shorts later. And this is just a wee introduction, and I'm just thinking I'm warbling off here, and you'll have switched off long ago. But it's Dodocanies day to day. Rhodes is part of the Dodocanies Islands, 12 islands, and they all came together and formed the Dodocanies Federation, which was brought into the Greek nation. I think it was 1948, was it? The Dodocanies was handed back to Greece, and then it was formed into Greece after the war. And they usually have a celebration up at the church and the school kids march round to the memorial they have in the village and lay a wreath. And I make the wreaths, and I've got a video of me making the wreaths as well. Stefanis, they're called here in Greek, and they lay the wreaths, and it's a nice ceremony. And I'm vice president of the local Politistikos Syllogos, which basically is the community council, and we organise all the festivals, and we set up the stalls and make food. Souvlakis mostly. I've taken the skin off my fingers on some of the festivals because I've made or helped to make 1,500 souvlakis, which is pork cubes on a stick, and a huge barbecue that is about 2 metres long, and you just keep making them and making them, and people come and buy them in 10s and 20s, and at the start they try and catch up. It's incredible, you're working so hard. But anyway, that is part of what we do in the village, and it's made up of a few Greeks. The president is Greek, of the Politistikos. Obviously the president of the village helps as well, and he does a lot for the village and gets the Politistikos to help. I've painted the playground. They made a new basketball court. I've painted that as well and put figures on the wall, just to smarten it up and make it look nicer, and working with the president of the village to get all these things done. There's a lot of bits in the village here. It's a small village, and there are lots of bits where there's old cars dumped and scrap lying about, which needs tidied up, and the roads are quite in a bad state. We get lots of floods in the winter, and I've done videos on that. If you go into my channel you'll see it, and it rips up the road every year, and we're trying to get all the roads resurfaced again. It was supposed to happen last year but didn't. I think they run out of money. I think they're very careful in what they've done. We had a bridge washed away, main road bridge from Rhodes to Lindos, down at Malona Road End, and it washed the bridge away, and it was in a bad state of repair for a few years, and actually when they closed it, thinking it was getting a bit dangerous, it fell down a week later, which is incredible lucky, I think. Anyway, it's nearly built again, so I've taken pictures of when the bridge was down, a video walking along and showing you where the bridge was washed away, and I'm going to go now at some point, if I'm going to Rhodes or able to go to Rhodes for any reason soon, I'll take pictures of the bridge nearly finished. So I reckon by, don't know, June, July, they're still pouring concrete into the sections on either side. The main bits are done, and the feet are up, but they're blocking off the river so that it makes like a boat shape, so that the water flows round the bases, so it'll last quite a while. hopefully. So anyway, I'm going to put all these videos up again, and this is going on too long, and I'm doing the same again. I think of something and I go off in tangents like Billy Connolly, only Billy Connolly remembers to come back to what he was actually talking about. Well, so do I, but it takes so long. Anyway, you're probably bored and you've switched off by now. I've said that already, see that? It's just one of these things. I find it difficult, to try and set the right setting to get interest. But I'm going to do all the things round about the local area because I can't go very far. And when I'm out with the dog and that, I'm going to take a lot of pictures because all the flowers are coming out now, and the trees are in bloom and the orange blossoms out. It smells lovely. But hopefully you will come along with me on some of these travels. If you don't, that's fine, but I'm sure they're of interest to a lot of people. And I'm just going to pick some tangerines, well, they're mandarins, and oranges, because it's cool now in the mornings, and some of the oranges just dropping, so I just check, and if they come off like that, they're ready to come off. You just bend them slightly, get the size of that. That one ain't ready to come off, so I'll leave that. What about this one? Nope. Yes. I'll juice them up. Look at the size of them. Aren't they belters? They're mandarin oranges. Sorry, they're Merlin oranges they call them here, but they're like our navel oranges because they've got the belly button at the bottom. So I'll eat some of these and juice some of them because they're really very sweet with no seeds. Mara's sniffing about with me because wherever I go, Mara's there to find out what I'm up to. Lemons as well, as you can see with the sky. It's a beautiful day. The last 2 days it's been really hot, well, really warm. Can't very well say hot. It's up into the 20s though, so hopefully it'll continue. Well, that's the oranges off one of my trees, and that's it completely harvested. There's nothing else on it. They were all pretty much ready to drop off. Just when I bent them to the side, they all came off. One or two were still hanging on, but I took them anyway. And some mandarins there dotted about. They come off easy, and I just had one, and it's as sweet as anything. So what I'll do, I'll just cut a couple before I juice them, and just to let you see how lovely they are. I've just cut some of the oranges there from the table outside, and just to let you see what they're like inside. They're beautiful, each one. And I cut this one here the opposite way so you can see what's in the Merlin. No seeds at all, but at the bottom there's always a little, to me, like a wee baby orange growing. That's what it looks like, but you can eat most of that as well once you peel it, and they're beautiful. So I'll eat one now and juice the rest. Done 12 oranges, and that's how much I got. The slot, the glass, and what's left in the jug. The rest are outside, so we'll eat most of them. Catch you later.